speaking, and welcome to this video. This is a video response to tomwilson88. He's just hit 50 subscribers, so congratulations Tom, and he's running a competition, so that's what this is about. So yeah, basically he wants to have a look at our progress that we've done over the years with 40k, starting with our first model, working up to the last model we've done. So here we go. This is my first model I ever painted. This is a Necron Warrior. Well, actually I batch painted these, so I did the 12 warriors straight off. So that's my first model was always batch painting. As you probably know, I like batch painting. Yeah, nothing special with this guy. Basically dry brushed, chainmail, then methyl silver, and then I've gone over bolt gun on some of the bigger areas. I didn't really know much about painting in those days. I don't come from an artistic background, so I was just going from the codex pictures really. And then what I did with this, just to improve some of the detail, is I hand lined in with my paintbrush all the black sections that the dry brush sort of didn't do very well. This gun here, just lightly dry brush. I wanted it pretty much black, didn't want the sort of really silvery guns. So yeah, that was the first model I ever did. And I went on and I painted the Necron Lord, which is here. So my first Lord. Now this guy, I made my own colour up actually, so I mixed some paints together to get this colour, and that's when I rapidly learnt, if you mix colours, always write down the colour mix that you do. It's very difficult to remember your mix later on. But yeah, I just got some extra colours on here and a bit of dry brushing basically on the cloak, which later on when I do other cloaks you'll see I've got a bit better at that. So yeah, that's my Necron Lord. I then did a Squad of Immortals, and first time I sort of looked at weathering really, because the Immortals are supposed to be older minis, and actually the way I did this weathering, I painted them normally and I then went over and dry brushed black. So I didn't know about weathering powders and stuff in those days, so, and it works quite well, and it actually looks pretty similar to in the codex, but probably if I was doing these now I wouldn't do it that technique. So yeah, that's the Immortals, and although there's not much range with the Necrons in terms of what you can do, slight variations. That's the Pariah, which he's supposed to be one of the newest Necrons, so he was all shiny silver. That's where I started to do a bit more detail on his head there, a bit more detail work. So starting to get the hang of different techniques here at this stage. I was painting my Necron. I've got a massive Necron army. I've been painting those for quite some time. Flayed one. First Necron really with different colours apart from silver, and the Lord. So he's got his skin there, and blood all over it. Quite like how these came out actually. I prefer these to the new model really, to be honest. So yeah, that's my Flayed one. A little while into my Necrons, I did my first conversion. This was my first ever conversion. Necron Lord, which basically is a destroyer body on a destroyer head on a body, and then I got a cloak for my bit spots. Again, I'm still dry brushing everything here really, pretty much. Got the scarab down the bottom. He's got a resurrection orb, which I made out of a little barbarian. So yeah, it's got a resurrection orb. So my first conversion. My current work with Necrons is things like this. These are all made out of green stuff, so I've been doing some green stuff work, and this is my current, my latest painting on a guy, Stormlord, which apart from the fact that it's fine cast, which makes him awful, I mean he's got a bent rod on here. This is broken off about 3 times on here. I had to glue it back on. But in painting terms, much better I think. We've got some nice blending going on his scythe thing there, staff. Also got him like posing on different bases rather than just standing there. So I'm getting a bit more imaginative I think nowadays. So yeah, quite happy with how he came out. So that's my Necrons, just put those out of the way. My second army which I got was Spaceballs, and I did the 13th company from the Eye of Terror, which meant I had some great converting opportunities, because they basically were lost in the Eye of Terror for 10,000 years, and they could start, they basically stole chaos armor, so yeah, lots of chaos armor and stuff. This is my Wolf Lord conversion. It's got a different head on there. I've also started my green stuff wet, you can see here, just on the banner thing that he's got. I've also put a chaos leg onto him, green stuff. So you can see I'm starting to get a bit more adventurous. And then I have my bike here, which I've got this guy, he's just like standing on there, but the idea is that this is pinned and swivels up, so he's sort of in that pose. But yeah, you can see, as I said, I'm getting a bit more adventurous. And then I have my standard bearer that I converted up, like so. He was a bit top heavy, so I've not magnetised, I've put a coin on the bottom and some green stuff. He stands up quite nicely. So that's him, my standard bearer. I did actually start painting my space wolves. I started with these wolves here, and then the new codex hit and my Eye of Terror codex became defunct. I got a bit disheartened, really, to be honest, and I stopped painting my wolves. And at that particular time I started an Tyranid and Eldar army. So current work on my Tyranids, I don't want to make this video too long, but you can see his gaunt there, just at the bottom as he's spawning it out, and also these spines on the top here. These were all made out of green stuff. It's obviously a Carnifex originally, so yeah, quite happy how he came out. Magnetised Trigon, which is actually a Trigon Prime as well, so yeah, all these are magnetised, they all come off, the tail comes off, and I can change them up, so really happy with here. Got some nice blending going on, so I'm definitely improving on the painting. To be fair, my NIDs have got a very quick and easy colour scheme because there's just so many of them. I just wanted to get them done as quickly as possible, but I'm putting the most effort that I have into my Eldar. So yeah, I've got Eldar army, and first model I painted was this one. It's the Guardian. It came out quite nice. I was sort of experimenting with the colour scheme that I was going for, but yeah, basically white and purple. My painting, I think, starting to come on now, starting to get some new techniques here. Also starting to experiment with some washes and things. Then I went on to paint my sort of first tanks. So here we have my fire prism painted up. I did struggle with the prism. If you watched my previous videos, at first I struggled to blend it, but I went back about a year after and I redid the prism, blended that through. I'm really happy how it came out, and overall, with all the highlighting and stuff on that, if you can see it very well here, yeah, it's obviously all magnetised, so you know, it all comes off, all the guns comes off. I've also got vectored engines and star engines from Forge World. This is a Forge World one. So yeah, I did those, and then again getting on with the conversion work a bit more now. So Warlocks on the jet bikes. I've got a squad of these, again they're all magnetised, and my first piece of freehand work, which is my IDIC logo just on the base there. So yeah, I did all that by freehand, really happy how it came out. And then you've got his sword there, and you can see where I've, originally was dry brushing these sort of things here. I'm now actually just highlighting and blending and glazing them. So a lot more techniques coming up now in my armoury, which is fantastic. Really happy how everything's coming on. And then lastly, potentially my best Eldar mini, I think, my X-Arc for my Dire Avengers. So yeah, my Dire Avengers, starting with some line highlighting, which I've not done before. So I don't know if you can see it that well in this light, but yeah, they're all line highlighted. And again, this is freehand work on here. This is magnetised as well, so that comes off and goes on the base somewhere, if I can get the magnet to work. Oh, there you go. So when I use Blade Storm, what I do is take the flag off and put it on the base, so I know I've used it the next turn. And all his arms are magnetised, so I can change them around for all the different weapon options. I've got those all painted up as well. So yeah, that's my progress really, and hopefully you've enjoyed watching this, and If you haven't checked out Tom's channel, put a link below, go and check it out and subscribe and enter this competition. Okay, that's it from me, and thanks for watching.